not just getting on and, leering about, but engaging with them so you can get to know these people, so you can have or start to build a community of people that have already done what you're trying to do. And whether that's moving abroad or whatever, that next stage is for you, having um, that community of people that
Mhm.
know what you're going through and can help you get through it. So I think that's important to make sure that you are engaging on some level and building that community on some level, so it won't be as difficult. Why, like I said, why recreate the wheel if someone else or a group of people have already done it? And it's important. It's really important. So
And I
was it?
would also
Mhm.
say for people, start your community before you even leave.
Right,
If
right.
you're going to move abroad, if that's what you decide to do,
Mm-hmm.
there are so many groups that you can
Yeah.
connect with that are doing the same thing that you are trying to do. They haven't
Right.
left yet, but they're planning on it.
Mm-hmm.
Start building that community now so that when you do get wherever you're going, it'll be a much more softer landing for you at that point. And you'll
Definitely.
feel like you know those folks, even though you may not have physically touched them before.
Right.
You've seen them on video, you've talked with them on the phone,
Right.
those types of things. So start that community before you leave.
Right. Exactly. I agree 100%. So was there any grief in letting go?
Um, no,
Okay. Good for
no.
you. Good.
Because the people that were most important to me, my children, all agreed and was all excited for me to go to
Nice.
leave. And
Good.
so there was no grief in that because I had to test the waters with them. A couple of them have already lived abroad and one had not.
Mm-hmm.
And that one, I was like, well, I'm thinking about moving
Mm-hmm.
to Portugal. What are your thoughts? And they were, oh, I don't know, I'm going to miss you. But I gave them like several months advance notice that that's what mom was thinking about. And
Right.
so then they finally got it in their spirit. Okay, my mom's going to do this.
Mm-hmm.
And they're
Yeah.
like, I want you to be happy, mom.
Yeah.
And I support you. So there was no grief in terms of me leaving. There was just excitement
Good.
about this new wonderful change that I'm in.
Yeah. Yeah. Beautiful. That's amazing. That's amazing. That's the conversations I'm slowly having with I have two, with my two kids. Well,
Mhm.
three. I have my bonus daughter, so three. But um, yeah, that's the conversation slowly that I'm having with them. And I think for them, at least two out of the three, they're like, we'll believe it when she starts actually doing some paperwork. I'm like, well, here's the paperwork. So, and plus their whole thing is also, you gonna leave dad? Because my husband's gonna stay behind and come when he can. But yeah, you're gonna leave dad? I'm like, well, I would love for your dad to join me, but he has obligations here, and I understand. So that's one thing I am thankful for, that he is, open and encouraging for me to do this. So like he said, you've always supported me in everything I've done. So me telling you I wouldn't, me telling you not to go or trying to convince you not to go, he said that wouldn't be fair. And so he's very supportive. So I'm thankful for that. How has your definition of freedom evolved in your 60s?
Ooh, that's a great question. How has my definition of freedom evolved in my 60s?
Mm-hmm.
Um, I would say in my 60s, now I can think I can be focused on me.
Okay.
I'm free to take care of Bobby. I'm free to do for Bobby. I don't have to worry about other people because they're all self-sufficient, self-reliant. I
Right.
raised them right. My late husband and I both worked hard to raise our kids the way they should be.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't worry about them. They can take care of themselves. And
Mm-hmm.
now it's time for me to have my freedom.
Yes.
And so that's my definition is me, taking care of me, doing for me,
Mm-hmm.
not worrying about other people.
Yeah.
not allowing anyone to uh, hold me back from doing this new thing that I'm doing.
Mm-hmm.
There were some people from some friends and other family members who were quite surprised that I was leaving.
Mm-hmm.
And they were like, I can't believe you're leaving me, that kind of stuff. I'm like, you know, it's all good. We'll stay communicating with one another. There's the phone, there's video, it's all going to be good. So
Right.
that's my freedom. It's just taking care of me and not having those pressures of having to worry about other people.
Right. Uh, Amen to that. Other, I already told my husband, I said, because we have two dogs, we had a cat. And even though my kids are, adults and out on their own, I said, and I'm an animal person, but I said, the cat passed away. I said, no more. And now my other dog, who's 14, and the youngest one, who's 8 or 9, I said, after those two, I don't want to be responsible for anything else but me. So, because I mean, having and I know it's not the same as having kids, but having two dogs is like almost having two kids. So, yeah, I hear you. I'm ready to just say, okay, it's me. It's all me now. So good for you, love. Good for you. So, what did making this big change teach you about resilience, especially the kind we don't talk about as women over, I'll say 50 plus, 60?
I would say that this making this change has taught me that I am a resilient person. I am a strong woman. And so I didn't allow my fears to prevent me from moving. I did have a dear sweet friend who I mentioned to them a little over a year ago. I said to them, I said, I don't know if I can do this.
Mm,
And that was the one time I did have some doubt in this whole process.
mm,
I said, and this is before I started the process actually with
mm,
the relocating service. I said, I don't know if I can do this.
mm,
And she's like, oh, yes, you can. You can do this. And she prayed for me over the phone
mm.
and just really poured her spirit into mine
Okay.
and made me realize, yes, I can do this.
Yeah.
And so I would say just I realize I am resilient and I can do these things. And sometimes you do have a little bit of fear, but you have
Of
to
course.
squelch it. You have to squelch it.
Yeah.
And you have to have people in your life that are encouraging you
Definitely.
and telling
Definitely.
you, yes, you can get that done. Yes, you can.
Yeah. Definitely. I agree 100% on that, because that literally, that can be a make or break, meaning someone who is encouraging you to tell you, like, you can do this, you can move forward, and keep encouraging you, can be, like I said, the difference between, yes, I'm going to do this, and like we talked about, in all my fear, and I have this person telling me I can, I have this person as my cheerleader telling me I can, then that really will, to me, send you over that finish line. Whereas if you have people putting doubts in the back of your head, or saying, well, are you sure, do you have a plan A, B, C, and D? You could start thinking, well, maybe I'm not ready. Maybe I'm not prepared enough. And then you don't make that move because you're doubting yourself. And so I think, yeah, having that person that really encourages you and says, yes, you can, and genuinely, because sometimes you have people encouraging you, but in the background, this person's not really behind me. This person's really not, you know, doesn't have my best interest at heart. So I think it has to also needs to be a genuine, it needs to be, they genuinely believe in you. So,
That was one of the reasons why I purposely did not share with everybody that I was planning on leaving and moving to Portugal.
yeah.
I had to tell my children, obviously,
Right.
right?
Mm-hmm.
But I was very selective about that because in the back of my mind, I'm thinking, if it doesn't happen, if
Hmm.
I don't move, like if they reject me,
Yeah.
I did everything I was supposed to do, but
Yeah,
I
you
had
never
never
know.
done this before, so I
Right.
didn't know who they would accept and who they would reject to
Hmm.
get the visa.
Hmm.
And so I'm like, well, I'm going to make sure that I get my visa before I start disclosing and sharing this information with people
Yeah.
to make sure that I'm really going to go.
Yeah.
And I didn't want people, uh, checking in every other week or every 2 weeks saying, how's the process going? What's going
Right.
on with it now? I didn't
Right.
need
You
that
got
extra.
yeah, you're nervous
I
enough
didn't need
on a
that
visit.
stress.
Right.
I didn't need that stress. So I wanted to make sure it was going to happen. And when I found out that, yes, I got approved, then that's when I told the bulk of the folks that I was leaving.
Okay. Good for you. So what have you stopped apologizing for in this season of your life, if anything?
Ooh, that's an excellent question. Um, I don't, that's a great question. Let me think about that for just a second here. I don't feel like I really have apologized for much. I've tried to be intentional about my life
Okay.
and the things that I do. And I know I'm 100% human, and as 100% human, we will all make mistakes. And
Yeah.
we can look back and say, oh, I could have did this differently, or I could have done something better, or, maybe I shouldn't have said that or did this or went down this path or whatever. But I think in the end, it all works out, and it helps build character of that particular person. It helps you grow as a human being. It helps you not only better yourself, but it helps you better others.
Yeah.
And so I'm not really um apologetic for my life. My life is what it is.
Hmm.
And so you take the good with the bad and you learn from the bad.
Okay.
It's designed, I hope, in people's lives to make you better. Because we're all going to make a mistake or
Hmm.
take a misstep or go down a wrong path. But the thing is can you figure that out before there's destruction and
Right.
pull yourself back on the right path and move forward? And when you're on the right path, who are you bringing with you along that path that's on the right path?
Okay.
Who are you sharing this information with?
Mm.
So
Okay.
that's what I would say.
Sounds good to me. And my last question for you. What does it mean to be unapologetically 60 plus for you?
It means um, it means to feel good about who I am. It means to be willing to take on my new challenges that I have.